Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say all honor and praises be unto Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai. The double honors unto the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone, and Shalom to all the sincere Akim out there teaching out there on the highways and byways and truth and sincerity, right? And the point I want to speak about is why World War III, well, why is it going to actually take place? And because, well, when this war takes place, this war isn't going to just take place in vain. The main reasons as to actually why that this war will take place is that this is the time period in which, you know, in the valley of Jehoshaphat, man, you know, being over there in the Middle East, man, is where the Lord is gonna judge all these heathen that fought against the 12 tribes of Israel, being you Negroes, Latinos, and natives, man. On top of that, during this war that will take place, America, Babylon the Great, will be destroyed. And because it being a world war, mass death shall come upon this earth, man. But the only explicit place that will be destroyed completely upon this earth is over there in the United States, man. But the scripture gives certain points and reasons as to why this war will take place. This is Isaiah chapter 9 and 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Now this has never taken place upon this earth, man. You know, because 2 Ezra 16, man, speaks about arrows being shot into the ends of the earth, man. Now that hasn't ever taken place upon this earth, man. And the arrows, man, that is talking about is the ICBMs, man, which is also known as intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. No war has taken place upon this earth with that being used, but we're in a time period where countries are spending more on military equipment, which includes ICBMs, which will be used in this war, man. This is 2 Ezra 16 and 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp. Now the bow is talking about what? The silos, man. The arrows itself is talking about the ICBMs, man. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Now I don't care how many pull-ups you do, how many, you know, bar kills you actually do, man. You can't shoot an arrow from here to Spain, or you can't shoot one from here to Australia, man. The Lord gave certain, basically the prophets of the Lord gave certain words that they had back then to describe the terms of things that they saw. So he's using a bow and an arrow to describe the ICBMs, man. For he says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Behold, plagues is sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. Let's get an understanding quickly of what that main plague is. This is Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Who is that speaking about? That's speaking about the heathen, man. Now that ain't to say two-thirds of people ain't gonna die in this war, because the scripture says those who are unequally yoked unto them shall be thrust through. And in this and in truth, if you're a part of the 12 tribes of Israel and you ain't a part of this truth, you're actually following the ways of the heathen, man. So you gonna get caught up in the death and destruction too. Only those who are of the Lord's elect ain't gonna get caught up in this destruction. So it says, and this shall be the plague whereof the Lord will smite all the people that fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. That is the plague which shall be shot into the ends of the earth, man. The ICBM, man. You know, the actual prime example here, man, is Terminator, man. You know, if you see where she's getting burnt, man. Her actual flesh is being consumed by that while she stands upon her feet, man. So this is exactly what it is speaking about, and that's going to take place in this war. So it says this shall be the plague whereof the Lord shall smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. This is Joel chapter 3 and 9. I'm gonna start off with this scripture. This is Isaiah 55 and 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which shall please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So all the words of the Lord that was spoken, they shall all come to pass. Scripture spoke about woe. Those woes that it was actually speaking about was the 3 world wars that was prophesied to come upon this earth, which 2 have already come to pass, and we're still waiting on the 3rd to take place. In fact, that's the scripture speaks about that. This is Revelation chapter 11 and 14, and it says, the second woe is past, and behold, the 3rd woe cometh quickly. That woe is applied to what? Mass death, and basically a time of trouble, at a time of mass death and destruction. And that time of great death and destruction will be when that war takes place, man. So this is WW3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I'm strong. And that's what's taking place now, man. Countries that didn't possess nuclear abilities, like, you know, Pakistan, you know, and India, now do. So that's the weak saying that they are strong, because they now possess the capabilities to have a leg to stand on during this war, man. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen. Gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh Shai. Let all the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Now, if you go into that word Jehoshaphat, man, it means what? Yahweh Shabbat, man. Because that area of the Middle East is where the actual Lord's going to bring an actual good proportion of judgment, man. Scripture says that the young maids shall weep, for their bridegroom shall die in the wars, man. You know, so it says, let the heathen be awakened and come down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit and judge all the heathen round about. Why is that? Because why? At different time periods that's come upon this earth, they at different points upon this earth have had the 12 tribes of Israel in slavery, man. Starting off from when we was under Egypt during the time period of Judges, you know, to the Assyrians, the Babylonians, you know, the Persians, the Medes, the Greeks, you know, so on and so forth, man. If you go into the scriptures at different time periods, you know, that's taking place in history, man, they have had the 12 tribes of Israel in slavery, man. So the Lord's gonna bring mass death and destruction upon them now in this war, and those that don't die in the war, we as the hopeful elect gonna put them in slavery, man. We actually gonna be the first fruits to have them in slavery. For it says, let the heathen be awakened and come down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which already I said is what? Yahweh Shabbat, meaning the Lord will what? Judge. And how he actually going to judge is put them to death. And again, you also going, you know, have Jake who actually going to fight in this war. But if they go and take part in this war, hey, the Lord tells them to just go and fight in that war and die. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Right? It says, put ye in this sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come down, for the press is full, and the fats overflow, for the wickedness is great. So because their wickedness is great. That's why there's going to be mass death, man, during this war. Multitudes and multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision, man. You know? So, really, if you skip down, and it says, actually, I'm going to keep going. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. The Lord Yahweh also shall roar out of Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and all the earth shall shake. That's right. But the Lord will be the hope of his people, and that starts off with those who are his elect, and the strength of the children of Israel. Right? Believe there's a bit more in here. If you skip here, it says here, so this is 3:19. It says, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness, man. And both Egypt and Edom there is talking about where? The land of America, man. Because it is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt, man. Alright? And it says, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness, man. And the actual chief stronghold now of the children of Edom, man, is over there in the United States, man. It says, for violence against the children of Judah, and because they have shed innocent blood in their land, man. So really, this war that's going to take place, the main points as to why it would take place, because it's prophesied in the scriptures, and that because they in times, you know, that's taking place in the past and up until this now all these heathen have oppressed the 12 tribes, man, of Israel, man. And because they've done that, this war going to take place, where a good portion of their people will actually be put to death, man, and die in this war. Which obviously that doesn't include, you know, those who really let getting spiritual power, you know, the chariots, man, because the death and destruction is gonna come upon this earth, but only those who are the elect shall be saved from the destruction. This is Zechariah 2:8. For thus saith Yahweh of hosts, after the glory have he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, but he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye, and we are the apple of his eye. For behold, I will shake mine hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to the servants, and ye shall know that the Lord of hosts have sent me. You know, so amen. In truth, that's really the actual point, man. The actual main plague that shall come upon them is when their flesh is consumed by that heat and fire, man. And during that war, Babylon the Great, which is America, shall be burnt, man, completely. But the point I actually wanted to speak on is, why is this war gonna actually take place? This war is gonna take place because it is an opportunity for the Lord to bring judgment upon these heathen, man. And obviously in that war, a good portion of our people will actually get caught up, you know, in the actual war, man. So, you know, with that, I'm gonna say all and praises be unto Yahweh Shai, and double honors, apostles of GreatMillStone. Shalom.